Okay, so still answering some questions and stuff. Doing some responses for the group. Tracy says the hardest part about recovering from the narcissist is, another challenge after getting over the self-love is learning when it's an intuition and when it's fear or a trauma response from the abuse. So knowing when you're actually healed even enough to trust that is your intuition. Okay, yeah, that's really good. And women have a hard time with this because we have to rely on our intuition because it's so strong and it usually serves us really well. And that is a power that we have, and that's one of the best things about us. So knowing the difference between that and the fear. So the trauma response from the abuse, that comes from your nervous system believing that it's still in that environment, or it's still living in that kind of a situation, or living that experience. So this is when I employ stuff like somatic techniques for the nervous system, and this is like, there's basic stuff like splash your face with cold water, humming, deep breaths and stuff like that. But you can do a lot of stuff to really soothe your nerves, and it doesn't have to be the humming or the deep breaths or the cold shower. That can be going for a walk. It can be listening to certain vibrational tones. You can get on YouTube and find those. You can get on YouTube and find the vibrational tones to listen to. Anything that feels good to your brain that really like soothes it, and it just brings you into the moment with yourself, but in a calm way, in a calm, soothing way, and you can. It just puts I don't want to say autopilot because that's not the right word, but it puts your brain in a certain state where it relaxes, and it's just kind of open to whatever comes next, but in a good way, and it just calms you down. One of my favorites to listen to, one of my favorite vibrations to listen to is 528. And so I do that a lot, and it just, when you're having a bad day, or if you've had a bad day at work, and if you can save it on your phone or pull up YouTube on your phone before you start driving and just play it. It's usually, you can usually find them for at least an hour, if not longer. And just play that on your drive home, and just let it permeate your being. Just let it permeate your body, that vibration, because your nerves are picking up on it, and it just calms it down. I'd have to study more about it to like be able to explain to you in depth. I'm not necessarily a neurologist, but I know for a fact that I have done that many times. And the 528 hertz in particular is very good at just really bringing you back to center. You could do that. If you want to, if you like to exercise or dance, you can do that. Or really any little move you make throughout the day, you can tell yourself that you're doing it, that you're doing something good for your nervous system. Anything that you enjoy, eating, watching your favorite movie, cleaning your house, anything that will benefit you. You can say, I'm going to do this, and it's going to be good for my nervous system, and this is going to feel good, and this is good for me, and this is healthy, and I'm making a good choice for myself. And just get that mindset implanted in your brain. And the more that you start resonating with that, and the more you start to vibrate that throughout your nervous system, and have that mentality and program that mindset into your brain, the more that's going to become the normal for you. And that way, when a situation is upon you and you have to make a choice, your intuition will come up to the surface and speak very clearly for you, and you won't be your nerves won't freak out and say, oh no, this is that situation again, oh shit. It won't be that way. But you can find each person has something different, that they use to make themselves feel better. So we would just have to experiment, but you can try different things that are good for your nerves. Some people like the splash in the cold face. If you want to splash in the face with cold water. If you don't want to do that, you can just run your hands under cold water. Something about the cold water just resets everything. It just resets your nerves, and it resets it. It calms your nerves, but it also wakes them up in such a way that they're energized in a good way, and they're ready to take on the day and take on the next task, and not frazzled and not burned out and not at their wits' end. And the cold water just is like hitting a reset button. And you can do that, you can do that whenever you want. But I guess a lot of people that take cold showers probably take them in the morning. I bathe at night, so before I go to bed, so my routine's a little bit different. But if you want to take a cold shower in the morning to start your day and like really energize you, that's a fantastic idea, and you can do that. And that way, it puts you in a better mood, so that you come at your day in a better mood. And that way, when you're confronted with something bullshitty, you'll have a clearer mind about it, and you'll have clearer thought process, and you won't be stuck in the fight or flight, fawn, freeze, whatever mode. It'd just be, okay, I'm just going to handle this. And you'll come at it very matter-of-factly and calmly and logically, and you won't have to sit there and decipher, is this my intuition or am I just freaking out? Because if you're having that problem, you're still freaking out, and your intuition is muffled because your nerves are still saying, oh shit, here's this again. And we have to get that under control before we can start to let our intuition speak up and guide us into the direction that we really need to be going in. But that can be done. But I would say look up. We can go one-on-one, but if you wanna look up just different ways of soothing the vagus nerve. And if you want to start with the simple stuff, that most people do, you can do the humming, you can do the breathing techniques. Wash your hands with cold water, whatever. Going for a walk, getting some sunshine, stuff like that. Getting some sunlight, and just doing basic things that you enjoy doing. And then, like I say, when you do it, tell yourself, this is a good thing I'm doing for myself. I'm going to take care of myself today and do this. This is good for my nerves. My nerves are happy. I'm doing this. This feels good. I'm happy with this. And you just keep implanting in your brain that you're doing good things for yourself, and you can pull yourself out of that high anxiety, fight or flight, mode that you find yourself in. So little steps, but you can do it. So hopefully that helps. And like I say, if you want to go deeper, if you want to go one-on-one, y'all know where to find me. But yeah, that would be a good start. Is doing things like that for yourself, and then that way, when the trauma response, really calms down, and you're no longer interrupted by that, you can just go throughout your day knowing what you know. You know that you know your shit. You know what your shit is, and you know that your intuition is going to back you up and guide you, and you won't be frazzled and looking for the next challenge, and how to be afraid of it. So I hope that helps, and that was a really good response to that question there. So thank you for your activity in the group as well. And that's it. Yes, I hope that brings you some clarity. And like I say, if you need some help, get with me, and we'll go deeper. And that's it for now. So thanks for listening, and have a great day.